Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, I were showing off my final levels. Yes, I were showing off. That is totally a thing I just said. We're going to Yoshi at the ghost house. You'll need the help of the best dino ever to escape this haunted house. Here's a course ID right there, 559D3Y44G. And this level received a drastic change from my original Super Mario Maker 1 version of this level. Originally, it was the Super Mario Bros. 1 theme, because I was using the amiibo costumes to have you play the whole level as Yoshi. Super Mario Maker 2 does not have Yoshi amiibo or any amiibo. So I kind of had to rework things a bit in order to have Yoshi still be in the level. I also had to make another change with how the level starts. Originally, the level starts you outside of the haunted house here, and you have to go into it. The problem is, with this being New Super Mario Bros. Theme, you have the haunted background, so you're starting off automatically inside, and I could not hide the fact that you're starting out inside the mansion because you cannot place a background element like the wall out here in the middle of the starting area because of multiplayer. So I changed it so you're already inside the mansion starting out. So starting off, do not be frightened by the thwomp. He is harmless as long as you don't wait here too long. Another change I made since the original is I made it dark, because Super Mario Maker 1 did not have a dark option. Originally, instead of Yoshi, right here you had a Karibo's shoe pop out, a big one, which you needed in order to stomp through here. Speaking of stomping, that power block is kind of suspicious. Now, if you were paying close enough attention, as you're passing these lanterns, they light up. However, these lanterns here do not light up. And in fact, it creates a heartbeat sound. This is kind of implying that you do not want to hit this power block. If you do, it'll knock down those coins, which you kind of need in order to get across that gap. That is the unwinnable situation I mentioned, by the way. Instead, you're going to make your way across here, make sure you jump, and now you're up here, where you can safely hit this P-switch and get across from here. And I lost Yoshi. Oh wait, never mind. By the way, invisible blocks right here, so you can't use this as a shortcut. I absolutely love Yoshi, by the way. I had to make sure that this level still involved him somehow. Oh. Well, there's a setback. Can't get across there now. Let's try this again, but better. As I take another drink of water here. By the way, I want to point out the area to the left where the munchers and the arrow. I kind of did something pointless, but kind of interesting. Come over here, and we find ourselves with an arrow and some munchers, and you can just barely see the pipe we came from over there on the right. Actually, not really, but I wanted to give the impression that this room was looping. It was a little bit more obvious. Oh, come on! Oh, It was a little more obvious in the original version of this level since there was no night theme and you can see all the way across the screen. Okay, I'm gonna do something with this thwomp. Goodbye, thwomp. Also, I just now remember that Yoshi can totally eat dry bones. That's gonna make this next part a lot easier. Alright. Progress! So this next part here, we could actually hop up there to make progress, but it's kind of dangerous. So instead, we need to kind of figure out where to go from here, because we got a lot of invisible blocks just keeping us from going up here. Just to clarify, what I was pointing out with hopping up there, I meant up to the left, because you can't hop up to the right here. However, you'll notice that there's a missing vine right here. That's supposed to be a clue that there's a vine right there, which indicates that we are able to go up this way. Also some coins in here, along with a spring, which was what knocked a dry bones down to this platform. And let's see if I can hop under here. If I go under here, there's a little star, which is going to be kind of nice to have. In fact, it would definitely help us get up there to where those boos are, had I not already blocked myself from dropping down from here. So instead, I will just go ahead and knock you away. Now from here, we just hop into this door. We find ourselves on the other side of those boos. I'll kind of go over here real quick. And you know what? I'll take the hit so that I can get this. Don't lose Yoshi, he is still necessary. It's also necessary to be big. That's gonna get us through that. Yoshi gets rid of those things, which allows us to remain big, because if we take damage, we lose. Drop down here, and we need to break those blocks. But there's a stretchy boo in the way. We need to get him out of the way by providing him a path, which the arrows are kind of indicating that we need to look in that direction. And of course, we have the level condition that we need Yoshi, so don't lose him. Pop through here. And make a mad dash to the end of this bridge, because as soon as that P-switch runs out, that happens. Now we're at the end of the level. Ah, nut bunnies. I meant to replace that mushroom with a star. Mushroom is kind of pointless at this point, because we're at the end of the level. Oh well, you can't edit levels, so I guess that's just going to have a mushroom. Nobody has finished this level yet. Come on, guys, it's not that hard. I'll go ahead and show this level off in Course Maker real quick, because there is something else I want to show off here. This level doesn't have any contraptions, but I do have something interesting going on with this level. So let me zoom over here. First off, here's the mansion separated from the entrance. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop myself here to grab this star. And I'm going to try jumping off to the left. That's a glitchy mess. Which is the entire intent. Because if I did not have that glitchy mess there, the player would theoretically be able to jump far enough that they'll be able to find the inside of the mansion, despite jumping over here from the top of the mansion. And I kind of wanted them to not see that. Also, I got this giant wall here so that it doesn't look like we're still inside a mansion. Anything else? Well, just real quick, I guess I could show what the inside of the basement looks like. when it's not dark. So to the left is the end of the room. It doesn't actually extend very far. And come over to the right. Let me clear that out of the way. Over to the right you can see the start of the room, which again doesn't actually extend very far. So that is Yoshi at the ghost house. Next level. We got a fun one right here. Calvin the Coin's Castle. Take on your most dangerous foe yet. Rely on Yoshi to avoid taking hits. The level code is 2H5M6L80G. That is quite a good signal there for your internet, 80G. Wonder how many years it'll be before we reach that. So, this level. You want to avoid taking hits. Yoshi can eat the enemies, but I'm going to take this a step further for funsies. I'm not even going to use Yoshi. I'm going to try to get through this level without Yoshi's help. You think I can do it? Let's find out. So there's Calvin the Coin up there. We're gonna have to run him down. Avoid the enemies. It's gonna be tricky, but I think I can do it. Fire Flower might help. Take my time. Except for this part where I want to make a mad dash before those bullet bills shoot out all of those. That would have been unfortunate. Then we come to this part. This part is different from the original attempt at making this level in Mario Maker 1. I did not have this these blocks here hindering your jumping. Careful. Oh boy. Okay, so far so good. I have not gotten hit by the enemies. But it's about to get really hard up ahead. Even got a heartbeat to indicate how hard this part is. Gotta time this well. Okay, they won't spawn while I'm standing on top of them. Oh, or they just run out after a few shots. That's not something I was aware of, actually. Oh boy, there's Calvin the Coin up there hounding us. Time this well, hopefully. And then comes this part. And get through here before that shoots out a bunch of coins. Okay, time for the final battle. Now, we need to get at Calvin somehow. That was a difficult fight, but I managed it. I will just go ahead and leave this place. Now that we have successfully defeated Calvin the Coin, we're gonna go ahead and tear down his castle, Mario style. And there we go. Now I'll just go ahead and casually make my way back, and this level will be done. I got these platforms here so that the player can't somehow soft-lock themselves. And that is the end of Calvin the Coin's castle. Strikeback is saying, I thought coins were enemies. That's all I got. So Wario Land is asking, what was the point of dodging coins? That was the joke. There's no point in dodging the coins. This level is acting like coins are the big bad guys, but they can't actually hurt you. Basically, I was being silly with this level and tried to make money the biggest threat ever with the dangerous music and all the lava and Calvin chasing you. The boss was literally just a coin. So just to show off this part again, because I didn't quite give Calvin a chance, but if you give him the chance, he will, of course, continue flying off. If you attempt to grab him, by the way, you are blocked off. Once again, I wanted to imply going into the place that you are going to, starting you off outside, but because you can't add a background at the starting point, I had to improvise in this case by making it look like you're inside a little room here, which is why there is an indoor area in the background. And then you're stepping outside in order to get into the castle proper. Wario Land is suggesting that I could have made it so that grabbing coins kills you with some sort of contraption stuff. I could have, but no, that's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to make a non-threatening level seem threatening. I didn't want this place to actually be dangerous. Well, aside from the lava pits, of course. Like I said, I just wanted to be silly in this case. So, that is all of my levels that I have made for this series. However, there is one loose thread that we need to get to. And that is this level right here, the Galoomba's Key. I did not entirely show this level off. And it has, by far, the lowest clear rate of my levels. I should probably show off the solution for this. So I'm going to do that. Oh, remind me to point something out with Yoshi after I'm done showing this level off, because there was something I forgot to show off. Anyway, the obvious goal is to get to that Galoomba, because it has a key that we need in order to get through this door right over here, which will eventually lead us to the exit. It seems that this key is at the end of this dangerous path where we're being chased by these Koopa Troopas. So as we're going through here, I just want to say, I probably could have handled showing off my levels in this playthrough a little bit better. I kept waiting until it was episode break time, because I wanted people to have a chance to not look at the levels, and I couldn't exactly say, hey, skip ahead to this point of time, because this was live. So it's like, instead, I was being all, hey, this is the last thing before the break, so this is a good time to stop watching. Unfortunately, because I was waiting until break time, I didn't always have the chance to show the level off because, well, I had to go into break and didn't necessarily have time to show it off. If I wind up doing a Season 2 of this playthrough, I'll perhaps not wait until episode break time to show these off, because that was kind of annoying, not being able to show these off all the time. Ooh, I was hoping to show off. I was hoping to get through that part on my first try. Let's do that again, but better. So as a reminder, this was the first level I created in Super Mario Maker 2. I had this really fun idea, and I really wanted to go with it. But of course, I had to make things difficult. Not just with the Koopa Troopas, although they certainly do not help. They do not give you much time to react to things. But no, the real thing I wanted to do with this level is this. This is a dead end. Literally. You have to go through all that only to reach a dead end. I have made a troll level. The Galoomba that is up that pipe up there is a red herring. In actuality, right there is the Goomba we want. And then the real level is up here, above all that mess down there. The actual level is actually significantly easier than the Koopa Troopa chase down there. I figured anybody who figures out what they're supposed to do, I'm gonna be nice to them. They went through a lot of trouble going through the hard part only to find out that it's wrong. I'll give them an easy level up here. Even give them a red Yoshi. And then they can just spitball everything that is in their path, not have to worry about any nonsense coming up. Well, there is a pit coming up, but aside from that, they fall into that, that's their own fault. Yeah, this pit. Don't fall into this pit. It's a little too deep, and you can't get out. Well, maybe with Yoshi. You could probably get out with Yoshi, now that I think about it. Of course, even when there's a pit like that. Oh, gosh! Darn it, I wasn't wanting to kill you. There's a one-up opportunity here. If I was able to kick that shell. What was I saying before? Oh gosh. Give me this star. And of course, right at the end, I had to put one of these giant Koopa Troopas. Meanwhile, one up here. And that is how you really finish this level. Like I said, when I came up with this idea, I just had to do it. It might have been my first level, but I was gonna make a troll level. Just real quick, let me show you what is up with that Galoomba. Because it was heavily implied that the Galoomba that the arrows were pointing to was going to be at the end of that path. Let's hop down here. And show off the whole thing. So here is this pit. Yeah, you could probably Yoshi hop out of it. Otherwise, if you don't have Yoshi down here, you're going to get squished by the scrolling. So here is the part that goes down into the pit. That feeling of hopelessness as there's either die by a pit or die by those Koopa Troopas. And of course, all of these skulls here to say, ha ha! And over here, down here, is the Galoomba. Implied that this is the end of the path to the left, when in actuality, it's just a single room. Wario Land is suggesting sending that level to DGR. I don't know if I can. I think DGR actually requires that your level has hashtag DGR in the name. I'm not sure, but that's what it's being implied, so I don't know that I can actually send this level to him. Wario Land is asking, any sound effect for falling down the hole? No. I just wanted it just be, well, death. Just plain ordinary death. No fancy effects, no music changes. You're just hosed. Stripeback is asking who DGR is. DGR is a YouTuber who does Mario Maker levels, and he's a dang good Mario Maker player, I tell you what. Anyway, that is all of my levels that I have made. If I wind up doing a Season 2, I'll make more levels, but for now, that's it. Not going to do any more levels because I'm not going to be making more videos to show off my levels. That said, there is one more thing I want to do here. I gotta do online multiplayer one more time because I love it. At least when it's not super laggy.